Have you ever felt like the world is moving faster than your soul can keep up with? Like you're being pulled in 100 directions by messages, deadlines, algorithms, expectations, and all the while, you're forgetting how to simply be still? What if the secret to peace wasn't buried in some new productivity hack or mindfulness app, but had been waiting quietly in ancient words etched into scrolls, practiced by warriors, emperors, and thinkers alike? And what if I told you that learning how to truly not care, not about everything but about the wrong things, wasn't apathy, but a powerful, liberating act of wisdom? Welcome to your unexpected sanctuary, the digital dojo of Stoicism. Here, centuries-old philosophy meets today's chaos. Here, the thoughts of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus rise again, not in dusty libraries, but on glowing screens, offering you something modern life has forgotten: perspective. If you've ever found yourself stuck in a spiral of overthinking, overwhelmed by news feeds, or exhausted by the pressure to care about every trending opinion, every unreturned message, every comment left unseen, then this is your place. You're not alone, you're just human, and you're ready to reclaim your peace. In this video, we're diving into 10 Stoic principles, not as distant ideas from the past, but as practical tools for navigating this hyper-connected world. These aren't lofty, untouchable philosophies. They're grounding truths, proven over centuries, now perfectly suited for the overstimulated minds of our time. So let's get clear. Stoicism isn't about becoming a stone. It's not about suppressing your feelings or denying joy. It's about sharpening your discernment. It's about knowing what to hold on to and what to let go of. It's about replacing reaction with reason, panic with presence, and noise with clarity. So grab a warm drink, put your phone on silent, just for a few minutes. This is your space to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to listen. Let's begin the journey where old wisdom meets modern chaos. 1. Control what's within, release what's without. Imagine this: it's a rainy Tuesday morning. You've brewed the perfect cup of tea, steam rising, comfort in a mug. You lift it to your lips, and just as you're about to take that first, satisfying sip, your cat jumps up and knocks it over. Now pause. The old you might have cursed the moment, scolded the cat, and started spiraling about how this always happens, or now the whole day is ruined. But let's take a stoic breath. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." The spilled tea, a reality. The frustration, anger, catastrophizing, that's imagination. You see, we can't control the tea, or the cat, or the rain, or the slow Wi-Fi, the flat tire, or the rude person in the grocery store. But what we can control entirely is our response. That is where Stoic power lies, not in denying discomfort, but in detaching from the narrative we spin around it. The next time your phone dies before you send that email, or your delivery gets delayed, stop. Remind yourself, this is outside of me, but how I choose to see it, that is mine. Resisting what's beyond your control is like yelling at the wind. It exhausts you, but accepting it and responding with clarity, that's strength. 2. Embrace the present moment. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor with more responsibilities than we could ever imagine, once said, "Do not let the future disturb you, for you will arrive there, if you do not now abandon the present." It's beautiful and essential, because if anyone had the right to be overwhelmed by the weight of tomorrow, it was him. And yet, he chose presence. Now think about your life. How many moments do you truly live in? We scroll while eating. We daydream while talking. We panic about tomorrow while the sun sets quietly outside our window. The Stoics teach us that the only true place of power is now. This moment. Not yesterday's regrets. Not tomorrow's plans. Just this inhale, this conversation, this heartbeat. Being present isn't passive. It's not just living in the moment like a bumper sticker. It's a radical act of attention. It's tasting your food instead of rushing through it. It's listening, really. Listening to someone without waiting for your turn to speak. It's noticing the wind, the weight of your breath, the miracle of simply being alive right now. And when anxiety strikes, because it will, remember that it comes from trying to control what hasn't happened yet. When guilt whispers, know it clings to what's already gone. But peace? Peace only lives in the now. So practice returning to this moment. Again and again, it's where your life is. Now let's move to the third principle, one that speaks to our deepest modern anxiety, approval. And what happens when we let go of needing it? Previously, we explored how the Stoics taught us to take control of our minds and reactions, to embrace the present moment, and to detach from the chaos around us. With those foundational principles set, we now continue on this journey into deeper Stoic insights, principles that will equip us to handle life's most difficult transitions and emotional challenges with dignity, strength, and clarity. Accept. Change is nature's course. Have you ever noticed how seamlessly the seasons change? The frost of winter melts into the bloom of spring, followed by the warmth of summer and the crisp breath of autumn. Nature flows with grace, never resisting the cycle of time. Yet, when it comes to our own lives, whether it's a career change, a breakup, or a sudden relocation, we often respond with resistance, fear, and frustration. Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Life is not a fixed state, it's a river, fluid, evolving, unpredictable. Trying to hold still in the current only makes you sink. But surrendering to it, that's where freedom lies. Just as Rome wasn't built in a day, you too are a masterpiece in motion. Each twist, each detour, each scar you carry is a brushstroke on your life's canvas. So when you're faced with the unexpected, a job loss, a fractured friendship, or a new chapter, pause, breathe, and remember, you're not breaking, you're becoming. Change isn't the enemy, stagnation is. And if you can see life's shifts, not as setbacks but as sacred stepping stones, you unlock a level of Stoic power that no storm can shake. For detach from external validation, scroll, swipe, like, repeat. We live in an era where attention is currency and validation often comes in the form of digital applause. But what happens when the applause stops? Epictetus reminds us that man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Think about it. How often have you let your mood dip simply because your post didn't get enough likes, or felt your worth challenged by a passing comment on social media? The Stoics tell us stop, just stop giving away your peace to the opinions of others. You were not born to be ranked, rated, and judged by icons on a screen. You were born to live by your values. Your worth isn't in your follower count. It's in your integrity, your kindness, your effort, and the silent victories you claim each day. So the next time someone slides into your DMs with criticism or your work gets overlooked, repeat this. My worth is not up for public voting. Because it never was. Recognize life's natural cycles. Loss of a person, a place, or even a moment is painful. We mourn, we grieve, we hold on. But Marcus Aurelius gives us a profound truth. Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. Look at the trees, they lose their leaves not with sorrow but with grace. Why? Because they know new growth is coming. The Stoics invite us to do the same. Don't resist the closing of chapters. Welcome them. Each ending is not a void, it's an opening, a signal that something else is on the horizon. Whether it's the end of a relationship or the passing of a season in your life, see it as nature doing what it does best, evolving. Live fully, love deeply, let go with peace. And remember, Every sunset gives birth to a new dawn. Seek growth in adversity. Let's face it, life isn't always soft. It throws punches, hard ones. From missed opportunities to difficult people, to those days when everything goes wrong. Seneca, another great Stoic, reminds us, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Adversity is not punishment. It's practice, a workout for your will, your focus, your character. The next time life tests you, a failed exam, a tough conversation, or a loss, don't ask, why me? Ask instead, what am I meant to learn here? Every challenge is an invitation, an opportunity to stretch your inner resilience. And like any good training session, it will leave you stronger, not weaker. If the ancient Stoics were alive today, you'd likely hear them say with a smile, life's hard? Good, let's grow. Because for the Stoic, pain is never wasted. It's transformed, and that's what makes you unshakable. So now that we've stepped into the deeper currents of Stoic philosophy, embracing change, detaching from validation, accepting loss, and using pain as a path, our journey is far from over. In the next part, we'll uncover how to master the self, confront fear with clarity, and rise each day with intention. Get ready. The next steps will challenge you even more, but they'll also shape you into the kind of person who no longer needs to chase peace, because they've become it. 7. Cultivate inner riches. In the age of curated Instagram lifestyles and viral luxury hauls, it's become all too easy to associate happiness with what we own rather than who we are. But the Stoics warned us long ago about this seductive illusion. Seneca, with his timeless clarity, once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." Take a moment and reflect. How many of the things you desperately wanted last year still bring you joy today? The thrill fades, doesn't it? Because true wealth doesn't lie in the shine of a new gadget or the logo on a handbag. It lives in the soul, in contentment, in experiences shared, in the quiet pride of overcoming hardship, and in the deep fulfillment of living with purpose. You see, inner riches are cultivated in the small moments. The belly laugh with an old friend, the quiet morning light as you sip coffee, the satisfaction of helping someone without expecting anything in return. These are treasures no one can steal, no economy can devalue, and no fashion trend can outshine. Yes, enjoy your comforts, but don't let them define you. Because in the end, the stories we tell and the love we've given will far outlast anything we could ever buy. 8. Understand and accept fate. Life rarely unfolds exactly as planned. A promotion gets delayed, a relationship ends unexpectedly, or an illness disrupts your sense of normalcy. It's easy to feel wronged by the universe. The Stoics, grounded and wise, teach us a different way to see these moments. Epictetus said, "Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy." At first glance, that sounds like surrender, but it's not. It's power, the kind that comes from letting go of the illusion of control and embracing the reality that life is always part effort, part mystery. Some of the most beautiful, transformative moments in life come from the detours. That job you didn't get, it pushed you towards something better. That heartbreak, it taught you strength you never knew you had. So the next time things don't, go your way, pause, don't resist. Trust that you're being rerouted, not rejected. Flow with life, don't fight it. 9. Be of service to others. It's easy to believe that Stoicism is all about self-mastery and solitude, but at its heart, it's deeply social. Seneca wrote, "We are all members of one great body." In other words, we're here for each other. In our world of self-promotion and hustle culture, it's easy to forget this. But the Stoics never did. Helping others, whether it's offering a hand, a kind word, or simply listening is one of the highest expressions of wisdom. Because in serving others, we elevate ourselves. You don't need grand gestures. Help your neighbor carry groceries. Give your full attention to someone who needs to talk. Donate your time to a cause you care about. These small acts send ripples that travel far beyond what you can see, and in the process, your own life gains deeper meaning. 10. Reflect, review, realign. Marcus Aurelius, emperor, philosopher, Stoic legend, journaled constantly. Not because he had nothing else to do, but because he understood. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. In today's world, filled with distraction and noise, we rarely stop to look inward. But without reflection, we drift, we react instead of respond. We lose sight of who we're becoming. So take time, daily, weekly, even monthly, to sit with your thoughts. Ask, did I act according to my values today? Did I let anger control me? Did I show love? Celebrate your small victories. Learn from your mistakes. Adjust your course. Think of it like a GPS recalculating. Reflection helps you stay on the path to who you truly want to be, because no matter how far you've wandered, it's never too late to come home to yourself. Closing reflection. These 10 Stoic truths aren't about suppressing emotions or becoming indifferent to life. They're about becoming unshakable in the face of life's storms. They're about choosing calm over chaos, purpose over noise, presence over distraction. So as we wrap up this journey through the wisdom of the ancients, ask yourself, which principle will you start with? Which truth do you need most today? Let the answers guide you, not just through this week, but through this life. And before you go, I have a challenge. In the comments below, tell us which of these Stoic lessons spoke to you most deeply. Was it Seneca's calm reasoning, Marcus Aurelius's reflective mind, Epictetus's radical acceptance? Let's keep this wisdom alive by sharing our own. If you found value here, if even one line stirred something in you, do me a favor. Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on notifications. Not for numbers or algorithms, but to keep growing, learning, and evolving together. Until next time, stay steady, stay present, and carry the fire of Stoicism with you. The journey is just beginning.